Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Builds, and today we're dealing with the 1965 DeBerti Chevrolet C10 Slayer. This now has 1,750 horsepower, 1,475 pounds-feet of torque, from a 7.4 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 4,921 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can add a 0 to 16 2.185 seconds, 0 to 104.834 seconds, and going to a top speed of 205 miles an hour. So yeah, we haven't had that many 6x6 vehicles on this series before, but this is actually the 5th vehicle from DeBerti to become on this series so far, with the slowest being the F-150 Pre-Runner from Ford, and the quickest being the Toyota Tacoma TRD Performance truck. So yeah, no idea where this is going to come in comparison to those though, because it is quite a heavy car, but the stats all look fairly reasonable, especially in terms of the off-road capability, braking, launch and acceleration. Handling could be a little bit better, and no idea how the twin axles at the rear are going to handle this off-road course, as well as all the extra power it's got. But yeah, it hopefully will not be the slowest from DeBerti, because yeah, that F-150 Pre-Runner was properly slow at 3 minutes 31.779 seconds. So yeah, as long as we're quicker than that, I'll be happy, but would be nice to be the quickest of the DeBerti vehicles. Hell, if it can even match the Cadillac from the previous episode, which got a surprisingly quick time of less than 3 minutes 14 seconds, then yeah, that'll be even more impressive. So yeah, even though both axles at the rear in stock form were driven, the front axle was not, so yeah, something additional it's got to deal with, as well as the large engine up front and the additional power and torque. It's also much louder now, so I hope you can hear me. It's a good rate of speed there, nearly 170 miles an hour. Brakes are helping to slow us down, because obviously we do have a lot of weight on the go, so therefore a lot of momentum to bring to a halt. The hope is with two axles at the rear that we're going to have more grip at the rear end, and therefore no real chance of sliding out. Heavy hit on the landing there. A lot of understeer though, which I guess is to be expected. There was already a lot of weight up front, so adding all-wheel drive and the bigger engine is undoubtedly going to exacerbate even. So yeah. But it's reasonably manageable, the understeer. It's not catastrophically unmanageable. It's only really an issue by the looks of things on the slower corners. On the faster corners it is a lot more agile. I guess that front splitter up front is able to work that bit better with an additional amount of speed going over it. Again, getting up to solid rates of speed. Mightily impressive given what this thing is at the end of the day. Not as much speed as I would have liked there, but that has actually become the fastest DeBerti vehicle we've had on this series so far, at 3 minutes 16.996, with the previous fastest one being the Toyota Tacoma TRD Performance truck, which managed a time of 3 minutes 17.097. So yeah, that is really impressive from this car. Now granted, it does mean that we are only just faster than the previous fastest DeBerti, and in fact we are only one position ahead of that car, but still it is the fastest DeBerti regardless of how much of a difference in time there is. But it is drastically off the pace of the Cadillac from the previous episode by about 3 seconds. So yeah, but given this that everything added against this car, you know, it weighs nearly 5,000 pounds, it's got more than 700 extra horsepower what it had originally, and around 500 extra pound-feet of torque as well. And you know, the fact it's obviously still a large vehicle, it had a lot of understeer, it actually was fairly quick in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, not only faster than that other fastest DeBerti, but also quicker than the Lucid Air Sapphire, Porsche Mission R, Lotus Esprit Turbo, Dodge Coronet Super B, a Bentley Flying Spur, Hennessy Venom F5, and in terms of other 6x6 vehicles, I'm not sure if we're quicker than the Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6, as well as the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6. So we're not just the fastest DeBerti vehicle, but we're also the fastest vehicle with 6 axles, so 3 axles even, so and 6 wheels. So yeah, that is fairly impressive overall, to be honest. And yeah, I imagine the bountiful amount of power this car has certainly helped in that regard. Nonetheless, though, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.